Alright guys, welcome back to another Master and Apprentice LEGO review. Today we've got set 75357, Ghost and Phantom 2. This is obviously a long-awaited remastered set. This time, however, it is a Ahsoka set. We can see there in the bottom left corner. This is going to be from the Ahsoka series instead of Rebels. We have that teal lining around the box, kind of symbolizing it is from the Ahsoka series. You can see it all around the box. It's something they started to do. You can look at any of the other Ahsoka sets, and they actually have that teal lining as well. Now, for the background of this set, it looks like it's kind of from that Peridea planet that we see in the Ahsoka series, as well as we see Shin Hades' starship on the back. So now for the back of the box we go. And quickly to the back of the box, we got this nice back art, like the hangar that we see the Ghost actually in the Mon Calamari Dreadnoughts, part of the Rebel fleet. We see a couple of times in the Ahsoka series, as well as all the play functions kind of featured on the back of the box here. Just kind of giving examples of how to play with it. Just fun art altogether on the back. Now we quickly go to our minifigures next. And the first minifigure we get is First Officer Hawkins. It's not a character we see a whole lot, but we do see him a couple times with Hera, with the Rebel Alliance on screen. Not bad altogether. It's not a much needed character, but we can see just very basic printing all around. No leg printing, no arm printing. We can see he's just very basic altogether, kind of bland, but that's just what he's intended. He's just a character to be there, just to have add to your Rebel collection. You can see the torso printing very, very plain. If we go to the back, we can see there's really not much else printing there, just a little bit of design to give it some pattern. All around, not a bad minifigure per se. The next minifigure we get is Lieutenant Beta. It is spelled a little bit funny, Beyta. I might be pronouncing it wrong. It is a minifigure we only see a couple times on screen, again with Hera within the Rebel Alliance. However, this character, while it might be niche, is printed and just kind of came out perfectly in my eyes. It's one of the few times we see a blue pilot suit, and they just did it very, very good. The printing on both the torso and legs in the front looks absolutely amazing. No printing on the arms, but none is needed. And then the Mon Calamari mold head smashed it out of the park. The printing and mold altogether is amazing for that Mon Calamari head. And then on the back, they just added a little bit of printing on the back torso just to give it a little bit of extra texture and design, but nothing else there. Following up, we have General Hera Syndulla. This is a minifigure we've seen another time. This is a little bit of an upgrade since the last Hera we saw from the Rebel series. Printing on this one is just magnificent. We can see they added the goggles to print on the actual Lecu piece, which is nice detail to have on this Hera. The printing on both the torso and the legs is amazing. The face design is relatively the same, but both the Lecu printing is an upgrade and the torso printing in my eyes. I think they just gave it more design. And then quickly on the back, you can see just that great printing for the Lecu, as well as the jacket. They did give the Phoenix logo just to have there, which is nice. It's just a nice little addition to have on top, as well as she is double-faced, so you can get both emotions from Hera, which is a nice little addition as well. And finally, we have the long-awaited Jacen Syndulla. This is a character we've wanted in minifigure form, Lego form, since the ending of the Rebel series. And to start off with, they gave us a fail. Obviously, his hair is supposed to be green. We see this in the Ahsoka series, but obviously the Rebel series, where it's lighter green. And as you can see on the screen, it's not green, it's brown. Which is just incorrect any way you look at it, which is a huge disappointment to me in my eyes. A long-awaited character done wrong. It's just sad. The rest of him isn't awful. It's pretty plain. No leg printing, obviously, with those smaller legs, of course. No arm printing. The torso printing is just the jacket that we see him wear in the Ahsoka series throughout it. Nothing crazy unique about that in any way. Not bad, though. Then we go ahead, look at the back. You can see it's just the same thing, a little bit of the jacket printing just to kind of give it more effect. As well as all of that, he is actually double-faced like the Hera character, just to kind of give him some more texture. So there you have that. A nice addition as well. But again, the biggest piece missing to me is that hair piece. And lastly, we have everybody's favorite war criminal, Chopper. It's always hard to try to kind of rate the minifigures that aren't really technically minifigures. This is a droid, but here you go. I mean, it's really nothing crazy unique. We've seen Chopper before, and this isn't much of an upgrade, but it is a little bit of an upgrade. The printing is a little bit better. I like it. The orange is good. They did add a little bit of a smooth tile to the bottom, which I don't necessarily like. But some people might, because it makes it slide a little bit easier without having to push it down on these studs. But for the rest of it, not too bad. If you look at the back here, again, just basic printing, something we've seen a couple times with other droids, but even Chopper we've seen a couple times. So nothing crazy unique with this one, but all around a good droid. Right, and for the long-awaited redo remastered, we have the Ghost as well as the Phantom. So this is a fan favorite. We all know the Ghost is loved from that Rebel series, and it's only been made once in Lego format. We all know a sealed Ghost goes for a pretty pricey check. So it's nice to finally get a redone one, and in many people's eyes, a much better version of it in Lego form. So we can go ahead, turn it to the front. We have all the new cockpits. They did a mixture of sticker and both printing there. We can both open up both pretty easy. As well as pulling it out, you can put guys in there from there on the bottom and on top. So you can actually have both guys in cockpit form. As well as over top, you can fit one guy there. I know in the previous form, you actually had to pull that whole Top Gunner piece out to fit somebody in there. You don't have to do it this time. It's much easier to access. The front cockpit, you do have to pull the actual cockpit piece out to fit somebody in there, kind of. At least to fit both in there. But it's a lot more spacious, as you'll see going forward on this. And then we have the nice tiling in the front, the design and the pattern, and it just gives it more taste, in my opinion, than the previous model. With the yellow, the blue, the brick pieces here in the front, we can see all of it. It just gives it nice pattern, nice effect, nice color, nice. It just makes it more tasteful to me, right? And then a nice blend of stickers all around it. As we see, we turn it to the side a little bit here. It's just got stickers everywhere, which also kind of give it more design. It's not just stickers. It's not just tiling. It's a little bit of both, and I think that's the Lego formula to me. Is doing a good bit of everything is how you get perfection from Lego. This is how you make things translate from or a live action vehicle into a Lego set. It's just, a little bit of everything from Lego is how you get something nice. So we'll actually go over top here and look at the set. So here we come in over the top. Like I said, there's that one gunner spot. It doesn't really rotate much. It does move up and down, which is a little bit of a disappointment, but it's not a big deal. The reason why we'll show you here is because this whole tile piece comes up, right? And this is different from the previous Ghost, is we actually have an interior. It's not the biggest interior, but it's pretty spacey compared to the previous model. I know the lighting's pretty bad here, but it's something, and it's way better than we had before. We've got some stickering in there. We've got a couple of things going on in there to give it some extra, effect, some extra taste to this set. Actually being able to put some guys in there is going to work really nicely. So there's the actual interior. It looks really good. All right, so if we go ahead here and look at the back, it's very gorgeous back here. You can tell with this nice new Phantom, it fits more proportionately with a bit of a smaller version of the Phantom, just more proportionate, at least to me. If we go ahead, you can slide it in very easily, in and out. You can see there's a Technic piece right there, that little red one. Go ahead, just slide it on. And it stays pretty easy, all things being said. Of course, if you're rocking it really hard, it might slip out, but it fits really easily and it stays on pretty good. And then the engines back here are just gorgeous. I mean, this new design of engine piecing is amazing. The tires that they use just looks great. I mean, everything about the design back here just looks amazing. And then the nice blue thrust is just a great touch, a cherry on top for me. All right, so now we're going to pull out the Phantom and show you guys a little bit of that. Not much to show you, but a little bit. So go ahead, pull it out, and then we can see it's got a little bit of stickering on there just to give a little bit more effect, you know, the Phoenix logo that we've seen before in the Rebel series. This one is much smaller than previous Phantoms we've seen, but it's much slicker. It's not as bulky as the previous ones. So if we go ahead, open up that front cockpit, you can just slide it up over the top like that as one piece, or it actually folds open. So there you go. It can only really fit one guy there in there. Again, really not too spacey, but it just kind of looks more proportionally fitting with the Ghost at being this small. And then the back interiors, there's not much to it. You can fit a couple of things in there in storage. Just slides open like that. You can fit a blaster or a bomb. The blue thrust in there, again, fits very well. Not much to this, not much interior, but again, it fits more proportionately with the Ghost being this small. And you can still fit a minifigure in, which is really all you need with the Phantom. So again, the small size of it isn't a deficit to me, and it shouldn't be, because the main set is the Ghost. The Phantom is just a cherry on top for everybody. Last thing we go ahead is the play function here on the bottom. We do have some landing gear, which looks really nice, really good. It's not really retractable, but it keeps it standing really well. And then we go here to the blaster, the turret on the bottom, something that they've never really done before. You go ahead, you can swivel it a little bit, but when you swivel it left and right, it actually shoots the spring-loaded shooters, which is just very unique, because you're again moving the blaster, the makeshift blaster, the one that's more for look, and you get to play with the play function. It works very well. It's something I think LEGO should incorporate in more ships, more big ships at least, like the Millennium Falcon or the Razor Crest. It works very well as that play feature. Both aesthetically, it's hidden very well, and play feature-wise, it just works really well. So there you come to the final review of the Ghost and Phantom 2. Again, a long-awaited remastered set. And I've got to say, you know, for the few mistakes that they have in this set is a smash out of the park. I want to give this a 10 out of 10. I just can't. I've got to give this a 9 out of 10. The one or two things being, you know, Jason Syndulla's hair being wrong, of course. Jason Syndulla doesn't have very much unique to him, and the one thing that he does, they missed, right? They gave him brown hair instead of that green hair, which I think is that's just untasteful to me, right? And then again, the other thing I didn't really mention was at the minifigure selection, I think we could have gotten a bad guy or two instead of the random officer we got in. You know, it's nice to get just random minifigures every once in a while, but more bad guys, it's just nice, you know? So that's it, but still 9 out of 10 is a great rating, $160. I think this is one of the few sets in our day and age in 2023 for that price is actually worth it. I think $160 is a fair price point. Now, this is exclusive to Amazon and Lego.com, so you're going to be able to find some decent deals on Amazon just by being an Amazon Prime member. So this is going to be a set you want to be keeping your eye out for to get one as the year goes on, because there's going to be deals on around Christmas, Thanksgiving. Just keep your eye out for it. It's going to be a fan favorite as time goes on. So there you guys have it. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. After, what'd you give it?
I'm giving it a 9.5 out of 10.
There you guys have it. So there, we hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Go check out some of our other LEGO reviews, and we will see you guys in the next episode.